Okay, let's see. It looks like Ed is ready to go and Ark is getting set up. So we are going to see Ed's lovely face in the face cam. We love to see people sharing their faces with us. And then hopefully Ark ready up very, very soon. Looks like they're going to be finishing up the cropping for the stream. They've got it switched over to the race layout here. So we should be getting started in a few minutes here. Really hoping to see... Alright. Oh, actually... Both runners are ready to go, so I'm going to go ahead and force a start on the race time. And... they will be going shortly. So if there's any weird cropping, don't worry about it too much. They're just doing some final adjustments. However, we will be starting shortly. So just hang on tight and we'll be starting soon. I hope everyone's doing well on this Sunday night here. So, well, I guess maybe it's Monday for some folks. I'm sure it's quite late for Arkandy over in Europe, but you know, it is what it is. Alrighty. So we're starting out, we're going to be having Ed's audio here, and then once the race really gets into it, I'll switch it to whoever comes out ahead. Both these players have some really, really strong potential for a fast Artaria, so I'm hoping to see everything go smoothly. Knock on wood for both our runners here, and we're off to the races. Alright, so we're going to be seeing our typical Artaria, you know, kind of like standard stuff here. You know, your quick rises, your buffered wall jumps where necessary, spin falls, turnaround or spin turnarounds, and all sorts of everything. Or pivot respins, I apologize. But coming up on the climb here, we're going to be seeing the first real huge display of movement at a very fundamental level. And then Ed going to opt for the 3-shot into the Coyote and nails it no problem. I believe he's also going to be grabbing that missile, but unfortunately misses the shot on the door, so not as fast as it could be. Arkandy, on the other hand, opting for no missile, so definitely a risk at Corpius, but, you know, both runners are pretty good at the fight, so I'm sure it won't be a big deal. I'm not sure what's going on. Excuse me. Okay, I'm just gonna... Let's see, who's ahead right now? Okay, that was very strange. Alright, cool. We are back in business here. So, early cloak. We know that it can be quite rough. Arkandy gets it really, really fast. I think that was something like 3 shots. Ed's still struggling on it, unfortunately. I may have commentators curse him, but he gets 2 shots in a row, so he does not look super pleased with that result, but hey, it happens. And this is Arkandy gonna get headlock though. Okay, that is a huge boon for him. So he's going to be able to just lay into Corp real quick, whereas Ed is going to get the tail stab. So he is going to need to do it the old-fashioned way. So let's see if he can get a 2-cycle without the headlock. His aim is looking really strong, but I believe he's missed too many shots. Ooh, missed those last couple. So this is definitely going to be really, really close to a 2-cycle, but not quite. Yep, 2 missiles off, unfortunately. But we're going to be seeing Arkandy move past Corpus, no problem. That was super fast. And Ed collecting the Phantom Cloak. Going to be falling in his tracks. Still plenty of game left to run through, so this is by no means the end of the road for Ed. However, I may have jinxed him a little bit on that on early cloak. But what's a commentary block without a little bit of commentator's curse? Alrighty, so making it through the first Emmy zone, going for a little swim real quick. Arkandy takes care of everything inside the water, no problem. You could say it went swimmingly. And now he's coming up on water slope jump. Alright, misses the first try, unfortunately, but gets second try, no problem. So small opportunity for Ed there, get a little bit of time back, but definitely going to need to be on his best here. Alright. Unfortunately going to be missing the first try. Arkandy, on the other hand, getting water plat skip. Alright, Ed getting the water slope jump on the third try, so definitely pretty solid, but no ground gained on Arkandy, unfortunately. And then we're going to be seeing Arkandy hit charge beam first. Nice water plat skip from Ed there. That's our first try. Unfortunately, not getting the full weave, but getting it in 2 parts. Yeah. Water puns in general are kind of my specialty. I don't want to water down the commentary, but I will try to slip them in here and there. Alright, so Ark going to be opting to take the energy tank at the start. Definitely a wise decision in race. You never know what happens. You could get tripped up in Hell Run, and suddenly you cannot do anything. You just die. And then Ark going to be taking the left side for the climb on the second pass through. Ed, I believe, also generally takes this energy tank here, but will only take 2 energy tanks total as opposed to 3. I expect something very similar from Arkandy. All this is going to look really, really familiar, except this time we're going to go here to the right, moving towards the magma switch. I see Xeno Drums has rated with a party of 26. I hope all of you are ready for some Metroid Dread All Bosses NMG. We're pretty early off in the race here, but Arkandy has come out to an early lead, while Ed, not too far behind, is going to be making his way to the magma switch as well. Of course, man. Alrighty. So Arkandy coming out of the magma switch as Ed goes in. He's going to be taking the last atom of Artaria before making it to the white Emmy fight. So we're just going to mash through this real quick. Adam doesn't really have anything important to say. It's fine. I mean, what's he going to do? Authorize your upgrades? Absolutely not. Yeah, something to that effect. I've not kept a specific count, but that fast early cloak plus the okay, that's a setupless Magus from Arkandy. I expect to see something similar from Ed as well, but just goes to show how much time that fast early cloak plus the headlock saves can really make a huge difference in your Artaria 1. Alright, we're going to be seeing setup lists from Ed. Unfortunately, not going to grab it, but manages it with the setup first try. So, nothing too huge lost. Looks like Ed is going to be making his way to the white Emmy, while Arkandy is doing the fight. Let's see if he can get plant kill here. It doesn't look like he missed any shots, so I'm thinking we get a slide under. Yep, very good. And Arkandy is going to wipe the white Emmy away. Alrighty, on the other hand, Ed is going to be heading into the fight as well. Blasting the door, going to be doing this little movement section here with the world's worst 2-tile ledge, but Ed makes it through no problem, does not seem to be missing any shots. So I think we have a slide under. Oh no, what happened? Ed accidentally letting go of his shots, it seems. Going to be taking a slightly different kill, where you just kill the enemy on this platform. Unfortunately, going to be losing time to what would have been a slide under. So I guess commentators cursed him twice within the first 10 minutes. I'm sorry. So that's going to put a pretty lofty lead on for Arkandy coming out of Artaria 1 here. Not taking the left side wall jumps, it seems, but going to be climbing his way up the right side, while Ed is getting through the Spider Magnet upgrade cutscene. Arkandy going to be attempting Elevator D-Boost here. This is definitely a must-hit trick. And he gets it no problem. Wow. That was very weird. He kind of snapped to the ground, but that was efficient. Alright, Ed going to be moving through the magnet room here while Arkandy hits the elevator. So Arkandy gets out to Kataris at about 9:44, 9:43-ish A-press. All of his back paddles unbound and my turbo turned off. Wow, that stinks. That is really, really unfortunate. We've certainly had our fair shares of blunders against the F, that's for sure. But Ed is going to nail Elevator D-Boost, no problem. So, while he's going to have quite a deficit to Arkandy here, let's see. So he's going to hit that A button at 10:30-ish? 31. Alright, so that's about a 46-second difference between the two runners. 47, 46, yep. So, a bit of a mountain to climb for Ed, but with Dread, you never know what's going to happen. Things happen sometimes, and it just happens, you know? I can't think of a better way to put it. So, Arkandy's going to need to stay sharp to keep ahead of Ed. Ed getting off the elevator here, going to be attempting the Kataris Weave, while Arkandy heads towards the classic trick 5-up boost / super boost. So let's see if he's feeling super today. Alright, slaps the bat and gets it no problem. Really strong movement and execution so far from Arkandy, while Ed just kind of mired by some unfortunate issues with his controller. Just really messing up his Emmy kill. Apparently it's happens commonly against Emmys for him. Alright, Arkandy going to be getting through Hellrun super fast. That would have been good on no tanks. While Ed is hitting the Magma button and going towards 5-up a boost. Alright, Arkandy getting on the sailing spawn instead of 1 in 500, so that's certainly good. And going to be making his way towards the next Magma switch. Nice, I love that dash melee into quick rise to cover that gap. On the other side of things, Ed nails 5-up a boost again, continuing to play pretty strong. He just had a really unfortunate beginning and an unfortunate happening against the Emmy. Alright, Arkandy nails the weave. However, he does get the good Emmy spawn, so didn't need to be as tight on the movement. Alright, can we see a Hell Pseudo? Arkandy taking 2 shots at Hell Pseudo but not getting it. So that is another opportunity for Ed. Potentially to save some time. unfortunately going to be getting the 1 in 500 spawn where the Emmy is just in your way. There's nothing you could do about it, unfortunately. That is just how it is. So going to have to go all the way around to hit the button and then kill the robot in order to climb this magnet elevator. Alright, so Arkandy is going to be activating the magma switch and then heading for the Great Equalizer ADM skip itself. Meanwhile, Ed is going to be attempting a Hell Pseudo really quick, seeing if he can get some time on Arkandy here. Ooh, unfortunately, not getting it in 3 shots, so he's going to have to go the long way around. And Arkandy is heading into ADM here. Alright, so no good. No dice on the first try or the second, but maybe third try's the charm. And it is. Third try is the charm for Arkandy here. And hitting a nice slope jump to skip some of the slow magnet movement. Arkandy continuing to look in control and just generally strong through this race. Alright, Ed going to need to... Oh, unfortunately missing that charge door. So definitely feels like maybe a little bit of discomfort coming from Ed's end, but let's see how his ADM shakes out. A first try could help rein in the difference a little bit. Alright, so Ed not quite getting ADM yet. So that's going to be 2 tries, 3, 4. Oh, unfortunate. 5. I'm struggling on ADM a little bit here, while Arkandy waltzes his way out of Kataris. And finally getting ADM after about 7 or 8 attempts. And unfortunately missing the cloaked slope jump. But getting a lower quality one on the second try. Meanwhile, Arkandy collects the second energy tank, most likely the final one we will see either runner collect. And he's going to be exiting Kataris for Dairon. Alrighty, so Arkandy hits the elevator while Ed is coming out of the magma button cutscene. We're going to be seeing a quick weave into the zipper skip. Hopefully Ed does not get tagged by the Emmy on the way out, but looking clean so far and makes it through no problem. And nails zipper skip as well, going to be continuing towards the magnet here. So that way he can exit Kataris. Nice. I love the use of the slide melee to get over the ledge. You don't go as far as the dash melee, so you can more quickly slide under and just kind of be done with it. Meanwhile, Arkandy in Dairon going for the Dairon flip jump, but unfortunately missing it on the first try. Maybe a little cursed here. He's kind of struggling with this. But gets it on like the 3rd or 4th try. That was very odd. Definitely not something you'd expect to see in a race at this level. But you never know, man. We're all humans, so we make mistakes. Not going to be getting all of these Sonics and enemies on the way down in the Dairon descent, but going to be heading towards the generator and wide beam. On the flip side, Ed is heading into Dairon himself. Going to be getting an A press on the elevator at 1721. So I imagine that's going to be a lofty lead for Arkandy. He's very comfortable where he sits now. Alrighty. So Arkandy putting on a little movement clinic so far. Going to be grabbing Wide Beam. I guess all that Metroid suit stealing practice is really paying off. Alright, Ed nails the Dairon slope jump, no problem. So we'll get some time back there. Arkandy opting for no D-boost at the top of the big room, unfortunately. That was one of my favorite bits of Dairon movement, for sure. So I'm hoping to see Ed pull it off when he gets to that portion of Dairon. He's actually the one who taught me and a bunch of other people how to do it, so I sure hope to see it from him. Alright, quickly making his way through the dark room in order to turn the lights on. And on the other side, Arkandy is getting trolled by Pedro a little bit. He will not be voting for Pedro this election season. Pedro's going to need to run a slightly better campaign if he wants our runners to vote for him. For those of you who are not as familiar with Dread Runs, Pedro is the colloquial term for the wide beam block. Why do we call him Pedro? That's a great question, but we do. Alrighty, so Ed going to be heading back into Dairon Big Room for this little section of movement here. Looking very polished so far. Going to be taking the D-boost and making his way towards the yellow enemy encounter, while Arkandy heads for the green CU. I'm just going to be taking the easy weave through here, opening up the wide beam door and climbing up to the CU. Ooh, very nice optimization of movement there, taking very minimal amounts of wall jumps to get up to the CU on top area. And charlieing his way through the CU and manual weaving on the brain, absolutely decimating it. And he's going to be fighting the green Emmy. Unfortunately, I doubt we'll see any Professor Stupid here, considering it is faster at all and just harder. It's really just style points, honestly, but hey, we will be seeing a pretty standard green Emmy kill here from Arkandy. Ed heading into Katara is going to be following on the same path as Arkandy here. At this point, it feels like Ed's going to need Arkandy to make a really major error to catch up. Unfortunately, accidentally getting a Coyote on that slide off. He definitely wanted to Coyote respin. Ed taking a little bit more traditional route up the room. Not really a huge difference. And going to be Charlieing the CU, just as Arkandy did, and really just blasting it. Oh my gosh. So now the green MECU is just absolutely done for. Alright, we're going to be seeing a transport up to the red TP, and he gets the 0 cycle on the bugs, opting not to take that Missile 10+. Definitely an interesting decision, especially in a race environment. Kraid can be particularly stingy on missiles. Meanwhile, well, on the other hand, Ed would be collecting the Morph Ball. Again, Ed, a good bit behind at this point. So going to need to keep on doing what he does best, and schmooving a bit to catch up. I know coming up we have Kraid very, very soon. That can certainly be a pain point for a lot of runners. But we've still got a little bit before we gotta go see the Evil Green Time Waster. Before that, Arkandy and Ed are going to need to get equipped in their orange pajamas. Arkandy making the climb up through Artarian, gets the shot through the Morph Tunnel. That is not easy. He made it look really simple, but that angle is very specific. And Ed, on the other hand, going to be taking the Missile 10 as insurance for Kraid. Kraid can be a real killer. Sometimes he just decides to waste your time and not give you missiles, so you gotta be careful. Arkandy not blasting both blocks, unfortunately, but going to be finishing Varied Climb at no problem. Alright, now that he's got his pajamas on, he can, he's going to be able to go through the hot rooms in order to get to Kraid. Alrighty. And going to be heading up towards the Varied Climb while Arkandy is coming back down. A bit of a high five, as it were, coming in and out of Varia split. So Arkandy is going to be hitting the red TP at 48. So we'll see how Ed shakes out on this one. Going to be attempting the Varied Climb, getting trolled by some 2-tile ledges real quick. Happens to the best of us. And Ed is going to be putting his pajamas on while Arkandy is coming out of the red TP into the hot room. Unfortunately, going to be missing the exception weave. Definitely not quite what he wanted going through that room, but it's not really a huge deal if you miss it. Alright, Ed's got his pajamas on and is heading back for red TP. While Arkandy approaches my least favorite boss in the game, the Evil Green Time Waster himself, Kraid. Known Time Waster can just waste your missiles and waste your time and things. However, Charlie's should save Arkandy's missile count a little bit. Doing Charlie's here saves quite a bit of missiles. And also DPSs him super fast. So getting a pretty quick phase 1, going to be attempting his single wall jumps here. Loses the rhythm on the first set of wall jumps, but gets in to the top within a few. Alright, gets a missile refill, that's huge. So that will allow Arkandy to just kind of continuously pump missiles in, and gets some claws. So no missiles running out for Arkandy here. Definitely some fortunate luck in terms of ammo management. And then Kraid going to fall to that charge shot. And Arkandy is going to be picking up Diffusion Beam. On the other hand, Ed is going to be making his way into Kraid now as well, with that little bit of extra missile insurance in case Kraid decides to waste his time. Kraid is evil, green, and wastes your time, so you got to be careful out here. Arkandy going to be feeling a little purple here as he makes his way back to Dairon, and Ed missing some of his Charlies, unfortunately. Going to be losing out on DPS on Kraid, but still carrying forward with the Charlies through the throw-up attack. Many runners certainly do not love that attack. It really just gets in the way, and it's hard to hit his mouth quickly. And Ed is going to get first try wall jumps. Very, very clean stuff from him. Kraid is going to be screen punching him, so it is a good thing he got those extra missiles, so he has them for DPS. And then on the second attack, giving Ed a refill here. Alrighty, so Ed now gathered the Diffusion Beam. On the other side, Arkandy is going to be through the early grapple section, and we'll be going to our target to go grab Grapple Beam. Something that has only really gotten in specific categories through the early grapple method. It really just depends, but there's plenty of routes between both sides. Both runners can be on a load screen real quick. I know this is truly fascinating content. I love staring at Samus during a load screen. She's just endlessly staring into the void. Just like me, for real, for real. So Arkandy is going to be dropping down to pick up the grapple beam. Meanwhile, Ed is going to be taking a little tour through Dairon to grab to get to the grapple area. All right, so Arkandy making his way up back to the elevator. So I believe we're going to be seeing a little high five here. Arkandy going up the elevator and Ed going down the elevator, going to be grabbing or getting through early grapple no problem and hitting the elevator. While meanwhile Ed is on the other side. On the other side going down. So they're going to be high-fiving. I'm sure these two are buds would high-five IRL. So, we're going to be watching a load screen, and Arkandy, the first to emerge from the load, going to be taking the trip back towards bombs. Hopefully the yellow Emmy decides to be nice here, but he can be a bit rude if you're not careful. Alrighty, so Ed, grappling with his current scenario, going to be climbing his way back towards Dairon. Meanwhile, Arkandy just kind of waltzes past the yellow Emmy, no problem. Not going to be attempting Dark Room Pseudo, it seems. However, we do have a Dark Room Pseudo runner in this race here. It is something I'm very excited for. I love Dark Room Pseudo. If you can do right side Varania Pseudos, you should do Dark Room Pseudo. It's literally that easy. However, before we get ahead of ourselves, Ed is going to have to make it through the early grapple return and the yellow Emmy encounter. And Arkandy is going to be dropping a bomb on this race. Or maybe several. He's going to need to go through a few bomb cannons. Maybe do some bomb jumping. Alright. Solid platforming from Ed here, looking to avoid the tomato soup, and unfortunately takes a dive real quick, but it is no biggie. Falling at the end there is really mostly inconsequential. Alright, Ed shooting the grapple door and hitting this nice little bit of movement. I cursed him again. Alrighty then. So that's where we're at. Alrighty. No bad enemy spawn for Ed, just going to get right through pretty easily. Hits the ledge to ledge, and we are going to be seeing a Dark Room Pseudo right quick while Arkandy heads towards the golf course. Very nice from Ed. That is a first try Dark Room Pseudo. Very, very fast. Love to see it. And blows up the blob before he hits the button to turn on the lights. Alrighty, so Ed blowing up a little bit, getting the bombs, and then we'll be going to play a round of golf at the Dairon golf course. Arkandy heading towards everyone's favorite water area, Berenia. Luckily, both runners will have grapple here, so you can skip all of the stupid water movement that would normally be here if you did not have it. Oop, shooting a little bit early there on the grapple block, unfortunately, but making it through that little platforming section, no problem. Does not get tagged by the laser or the Steve. and is going to just be dropping down towards Flash Shift. I imagine we will be seeing a backdoor flash from both runners here. No assistance from the Jerry, but going to be dropping into the water. On the other side, Ed is a bit of a golfer, a young Tiger Woods, if I may say so myself, hitting his hole-in-one. Not quite getting the grapple movement he wanted for sure, but Arkandy is going to be popping these Steves and going for backdoor flash. Ooh, unfortunately dropping it here. But has a setback. Ooh, unfortunate. Drops it again. Alright, gets it third try, so third tries the charm yet again. Going to be picking up one of our favorite items in the game, Flash Shift, only really rivaled by Speed Booster in my opinion as the coolest item in Metroid Dread. Ooh, nice ledge to ledge. That's really, really, really smooth. Oh my gosh, that was great movement. I'm gonna have to start taking notes. Using Diffusion Beam to open up the door so you can just flash on through. Wow, that is a really nice optimization from Arkandy. Going to be attempting the left side Barenia Pseudo. Gets it first try. And then going to be attempting the right side here. Bam. Bam. Ooh, missing one of the shots. Missing another shot. But getting it, essentially third try because he hit the first shot. I'm going to be attempting the water bomb jump here and then can make his way towards the Speed Booster. So yeah, moral of the story is, Arkandy, why aren't you doing Darkroom Pseudo? What's going on, man? I saw those Barenia Pseudos. You could do it. I know you can. Ed going to be dropping through these Steves and attempting backdoor flash himself. This is an opportunity for him to get some time back. Going to be dropping it on the first go-round and not quite getting set up for the second go-round. And going to be nailing it second try. So definitely a little bit of time save there. Did not quite see when Arkandy got to the elevator, but I'm sure that will be helpful for Ed's cause. Alrighty, going to be flashing on through Barenia here. Not taking the same route, just taking the wall jump flash through. Arkandy, meanwhile, playing cats and dogs with the yellow Emmy. Ooh, really nice flash chain there. Going to be taking this top route. This is like ancient history. Oh my gosh, it's been a while since I've seen that. And fighting the Speed MECU. Going to be presumably Charlieing it to death. Only missing one Charlie, it seems, so definitely a really solid fight from Arkandy. And going to be going for the manual weave to absolutely blast the brain. I'd have a bit of a headache after that, too. Alrighty, no problems on Speed Emmy here. Getting a little closer than most runners are normally comfortable with, but I believe because of that positioning, the Emmy will drop to the ground below. So Arkandy will start a little bit further ahead spawn point-wise, so I believe it evens out just about. Should be no problem for Ark. Ed heading back into Dairon here, going to be making headway towards the yellow Emmy. Going to be playing the same game of cat and mouse that Arkandy did, opting for the grapple boost to get through. You gotta be careful with that for sure, because if you go too fast, the Emmy will actually drop down on the other side. Taking the more typical route through this room, and then grabbing the flashes across the top there. Arkandy nailing the speed keep through Dairon. Going to be taking the ball spark here. It is Morbin time, as all manager fans know. And taking the flash chain here. Very nice, very nice. That is a tough flash chain to get that last one. It can be a little bit awkward, so good stuff to Art for being cool. Alright, another flash chain here, and he nails it, no problem. Ed fighting the Speed Emmy here. Not really spiraling out of control, almost like Arcs did. It got very close to him if he was not careful. So, going to be picking up a little bit of time save on the Emmy fight for sure. Alright, Ark hitting the QR speed keep like it is nobody's business. He's really making this game look easy right now. Alright, gets shots first on QR Robo, and has great positioning to get a quick spark that you cannot ask for a better fight than that. That was perfect. And Morbing on the other side, taking the extra tank as a safety measure. Death is certainly extremely costly to him at this point. Not getting the full flash chain, but getting 2 out of 3, so that's pretty good. Arkandy looking like he messed up some of the climb there. Going to be opting for some flash wall jumps. Ed also nailing that second flash chain. Very nice stuff. Love to see it. Flash chains have got to be one of my more favorite parts of Dread running. It's really a demonstration of runner execution and knowledge through the geometry of Dread. It makes me feel like the devs intentionally shaped these rooms as such. Not really a true high five, but Ed going into Ferenia as Arkandy is leaving here. We're going to be seeing Ed go for the same QR speed keep here, while Arkandy goes towards Barenia 2. Going to see another opportunity at some golf. Ed hits the QR speed keep, very, very nice. And Arkandy successfully keeps through the big room in Tyron Emmy Zone. Ooh, unfortunately not getting the flash 30 that he wants, but does get the damage boost off the little robot. So definitely a good consolation prize. Not going to be getting the hole-in-one, unfortunately, so Ed is likely going to be the superior golfer. And unfortunately gets shot by the Emmy. By the Robo. But getting it on the recovery, definitely not quite as quick as he might want, but a very solid recovery from Ednolium. Ooh, I like that instant morph jump off of the magnet to try to magic into the tunnel. Unfortunately, not going to be getting the true speedball into that little gap there. Ed letting out a little bit of negative energy there. Just kind of not feeling this run from what I can tell, but we've still got another 30 minutes of run left, 45 minutes of run left, so like I said, you really it ain't over till it's over. You never know what's gonna happen sometimes, especially with Ark having okay. Ark is getting the true connection in Barenia real quick, just casual like that is extremely difficult. We will likely see Ed go for it as well, but I cannot understate how hard that connection is. One of the hardest in the game for sure. Arkandy climbing up to Dragiga, making it really fast and oh, interesting. I've actually never seen it done that way before, but looked really, really clean from Arkandy. And we'll be seeing a one-cycle drog while Ed enters hole number 2 on the Dairon Golf Course. Unfortunately, going to be taking the par on that one. I believe Ed is having gotten the first hole-in-one is ahead in the golf game. Ark going to be getting the one-cycle drog. Accidentally missing a one of the beam segments, but doing enough missile damage to get through no problem. And climbing the steep tower like it's nobody's business. Yeah, we love Barenia True Link in this house. It is so sick. I love seeing runners hit it, and if Ed can hit it too, that would just be perfect. Truly. I hope he hits it too, because that is really, really tough, and it would be really special to see both y'all successfully get True Link. Ooh, I'm going to be dropping it there, but let's see if he can get the link otherwise. Alright, speedballs through the tunnel here. Ooh, okay, I see you, Ed. Casually getting True Link as well. So getting a first recorded double True Link in a race. I don't think this will ever happen again. However, we are morbing out here. Both runners nailing True Link. Maybe Ed with a little asterisk, but hitting the hard part, which is what matters. And Arkandy going to be blasting the Robo in the face. He got the refill from Drog, so he should be feeling pretty safe, but he does take a shot from the Robo, so he's got to be careful here. He needs to start dodging and sacrificing a little bit of time just so he doesn't die. Killing it slow is certainly faster than dying on that Gav Robo. It can be really tricky in terms of health management. Alright, Arkandy going to be making his way through this room here. Very nice. Ooh, hits the flash chain with the ledge grab. Not quite getting over that ledge like I imagined he wanted to. And Ed is going to be finishing up with Drog. Let's see his Steve Tower climb. Alright. Hits it no problem. And Arkandy is going to be feeling real super right now. Ed, not too far behind, but Arkandy definitely with a cozy lead at this point. His early game exploits have definitely worked out in his favor for sure. A cleaner ADM and a really, really strong Artaria 1 from Arkandy coming out here. Alright, no Hecathon boost from Arkandy, unfortunately. Just some pretty standard flash chains through, looking pretty clean, very smooth. And we are going to be seeing Ed go towards the Gavran Robo. He's got enough missiles for the fight and should have plenty of health here. He normally runs on 2 tank, so this is basically just extra credit for him, but not getting the speed store, unfortunately. Going to have to reset the checkpoint to get a slightly faster fight. So definitely not a time loss you want to have, especially against a player like Arkandy. Alright, blasts him, gets a nice little charge beam in as some extra DPS, and is now pelting him with missiles. Arkandy on the other side in Elon, going to be making his way towards the green beam, also known as the green beans. And hitting that flash chain like it's nobody's business. Looks really clean. Again, I feel like both runners have really been nailing their movement tricks, which is to be expected from 2 guys of this caliber. But unfortunately getting caught up on the little goopy guy. Maybe a little bit of commentator's curse on that one. Yeah, his face cam is definitely a much desired entertainment factor. He's very emotive when he runs, and it's really, really special. It's really, really entertaining for sure. Yeah, man, flash shift just doesn't work sometimes, and that's just all you need to know. Alrighty, Arkandy nailing the post plasma Elon keep, and Ed getting trolled a little bit by his ledge grab. Arkandy going to be manually weaving his way through the Elon soldier and nailing the Hecathon boost. Very good from Ed. That is a very tricky bit of movement. He looks a little exasperated in that face cam, but I mean, it happens to the best of us. So we are going to be seeing a near high 5 here. I think Ed's going to be getting out of the tram before Arkandy has a chance to fully get into the load zone. But first, we gotta see the world's greatest time save. Arkandy nails it, no problem. And we will be seeing a little high 5 here, actually. So, Ed coming off the train, Arkandy getting on here. They're going to be high-fiving at Elon. Ed dropping into Elon to release the X real quick. Going to be seeing a similar ledge-to-ledge into a flash chain that nails it first try. Very good from Ed. And then we'll be making his way towards Plasma. For those of you unfamiliar, if you slide into an enemy, you can immediately cancel the knockback with Flash Shift. It looks like Ark going to be getting trolled by Speed Booster a little bit, doing the morph shot, but getting hit by the blob, and then dropping the speed again, unfortunately. Ooh, not quite getting into the ball tunnel here. The Emmy is going to be coming for him really quick. Not getting frozen, fortunately, but taking a little bit less of a graceful path than he probably wanted to here. Alright, nice water bomb jump. We're going to be seeing a climb through the mushroom room. Oh, very good recovery there with the flash ball jumps after he did not grab the mushroom ledge. That was definitely not quite what he wanted, but he steeled his nerves and made his way out. And going to be feeding the green soldier his vegetables, just as Arkandy did. And we'll be exiting E1. Looking like it's going to be probably close to a 2-minute deficit for Ed here. Comparing to when Ark got out of E1. But he does hit his greatest time save and will be hitting the elevator very close to 49 minutes. Arkandy slipping and sliding through the Ice Emmy fight. Really cooling him down really fast. That was a very, very clean fight. The Emmy got nowhere near him. That means something would happen, and he's going to be picking up the ice missiles. Alright, so Arkandy cool as a cucumber. We'll be proceeding on. Let's see if he goes for some of the Noya keeps either before spin boost or even coming out of the warrior. Ed, on the other hand, going to be doing the Gavaran post Elon speed keep here. Let's see if he gets trolled like Arkandy does. He does hit the morph shot, no problem, and does not lose his speed connection. Opts for bottom route instead, but does lose it on the morph tunnel. And the Emmy is going to be in a really unfortunate position for Ed here. Oh no, he's getting tagged. Okay, missed the first melee. And unfortunately, taking a death to the blue Emmy. Not cool, but it does happen sometimes. Arkandy going to be doing the diagonal bomb jumps to get through the water section. And this time, gaining a more favorable Emmy positioning for Ed, will be able to get to the mushroom room in order to do the water bomb jump. Arkandy collecting the spin boost will be going towards the tumble, going to tumble the soldier, not taking the speed boost in due to failed movement. So no tumble for Arkandy, he's just going to be weaving his way through. And man, that was fast. Those ice missiles do so much damage. It's crazy. Alrighty, so if Ed can clean up with Tumble, that would be another opportunity for him. And I imagine... Oh, no Noya Cape from Arkandy here. Actually a little surprising. Definitely a guy I would expect to be able to do it, but I guess he just hasn't really done it. Just compensating for how much they slowed down Fusion, that's tough. Yeah, ice missiles against bosses in this game are quite good. They basically just decimate everything. So Ed going to be cool now as well, getting the ice missiles. Arkandy going towards everyone's favorite toilet, Berenia. Going to be going for the early grab puzzle in order to put on a new set of pajamas. I guess the orange ones are a little too beat up now. They're a little out of style, so now he wants the purple pajamas. Alright, so I imagine we're probably going to be seeing a Noya Keep attempt here from Ed. Okay, no pre-ledge warp Noya Keep. Let's see how his ledge warp goes. Alright, second try ledge warp, very, very solid from Ed. Can't really ask for much more other than first try. And Arkandy is going to be delving into the early gravity puzzle. Unfortunately, not keeping it on the block break. But going to drop through no problem, get his store, and flash shift past that ledge in order to fall and break that speed booster. Set up speed booster blocks very, very quickly. And grabbing spin boost with a ledge warp stored, going to be warping back towards the Gavaran Chozo and doing tumble. Alright, Going to be getting the speed charge here. Going to be tumbling the Emmy, or not the Emmy, the soldier, as opposed to Arkandy, who was unable to do so. So definitely good stuff to Ed here. And then we'll be just beaming it out due to his usage of Turbo. So maybe losing some time on that phase 2 here, but going to be getting the Trumbull as expected. I believe we're going to be seeing a Noia Keep from Ed here now, while Arkandy heads towards Fart or Frozen Artaria, and eventually towards Z57. And Ed does nail that Noia Keep. Very, very nice. That is a very tough speed keep. And then going to be opting for the top route to get to Green TP. There are a couple other options if you have spin boosts that can be faster if you can get them first try. But really, I don't really think it's worth it unless you really want to flex. Alright, so another set of double load zones. Okay, Arkandy coming out into Frozen Artaria. Going to be dropping down real quick. Does not take the aim down to influence the bug cycle, so I'm going to get tagged by them really quick. Ooh, tagged twice, unfortunately. And getting trolled by a 2-tile ledge, just like the best of us. And busting that blob and dropping into the red soldier fight in order to remove that shield immediately. Very good stuff to Ark. And going to be weaving his way through the red soldier. Alright, Red Soldier over with. That's another boss for the checklist. And Ark is going to be entering the Fartaria Speedway. So we're just going to be seeing some speed keeps from him here, while Ed makes his way down into the Barania toilet in order to grab the purple pajamas. Alright, going to pseudo screw in order to prevent the fish from tagging him. I'm not really sure what Ark's doing here. He's doing a short boost in order to... I imagine... Okay, I see. That makes sense. I believe that was something I first saw from Yokoro-san. But not quite getting it first try. I'm sure he wanted to get it a little bit faster than that. But still getting up through the climb in Fart pretty quickly. No hypo percent for Arkandy, unfortunately. Going to maintain his lead insofar. So the next boss fight can be a little tricky for Arkandy. If you're not careful, Z57 can really tank your health. So heading towards Frozen Kataris, not Kartaris, oh my gosh. And nails the speed keep yet again. So really solid Fart Speedway from Arkandy. And we've got one coming up from Ed soon as well. Going to be going through the elevator load to freeze Artaria. Alright, Ed opting to adjust the bug cycle really quick in order to not get tagged and just roll on through. Nice little time save. It's a little optimization. Tagging at the blob, going to be dropping in and sparking the red soldier. Very nice. It's really just another day in the office for him. Flip-flopping back to Arkandy, we are going to be seeing him drop towards Z57, where unfortunately we will not be allowed to do SKU57 because that is a major glitch. Despite the convincing argument Arkandy and I have put together, no one will buy it, and it is really sad. However, SKU is a SKU, as a SKU is. So we are going to be seeing a classic set of Z57 Charlies coming out from Arkandy. Unfortunately, getting a claws first. Well, let's see if it's a double. Fortunately, it does not get double claws, so he's going to be able to start pumping Charlies in. Can be really tough with that goop on the floor. It deals a bunch of damage, and getting tagged by the laser can also be very costly. But he is so quick with it that he just gets through it no problem. And going to break all the appendages without any issues. Ooh, nice bomb jump into spin boost from Ed. Meanwhile, Arkandy is going to be playing some Flappy Bird real quick so he can smack cam Z57. Alright, smack cam on Z57, no problem. And Ed is going to be flashing his way through Fart. Interesting choice. I've never seen someone opt to do that and then gets the speed store there. I'm not really sure what. Oh, interesting. Okay, so going for the morph boost after a ball spark in order to get up to the top there. That was really creative from Ed. So that way he can he can jump up to the top. Arkandy on the other side, casually hitting the post C57 speed keep. I cannot believe we saw Spark bounce in Race Chaff. That's crazy. But yes, major glitch for sure. Absolutely, it's definitely a major glitch. This is an all bosses race, Old Man Cronin, so they have to be going through Frozen Artaria in order to get to Z57. All bosses NMG specifically. So Ed here, heading into the Z57 fight, aka Charlie Simulator, and Arkandy going to be grabbing Screw Attack. So Ednolium is going to be in the Candy Mountain Simulator, going to be Charlieing Z57's kidney out real quick. Alright, very, very fast. Very, very nice from Ed here. Going to be shooting those appendages really, really fast. And no regen for Z57. So we are going to be playing some Flappy Bird. Shout outs to any gamers out there who kept Flappy Bird on their phone after it was taken off the App Store. It was a game not fated for its time. Alright, Ed getting the speed store and going to be smacking Z57 in the face. That is a solid smack cam. And going to be heading towards the post Z57 speed keep climb. Alright, gets the True Link, and will be bouncing his way up to the top, while Arkandy is back in everyone's favorite watery-based area, Berenia. I imagine... Oh, falling by accident, that's going to be too slow for the speed charge, but ooh, actually is able to get it no problem. Does not take the missile tank, so... going to be really low on missiles. However, he is weaving, so you don't really need as many. Uh-oh. Getting duffed off the platform, but recovering in time for both robos to stay up on the platform, fortunately. And going to be shooting his way through, no screw attack needed. The true outbounds with Metroid Dread escaping Death Hell. Yeah, that's true. The free sync that we made along the way was the 19 years it took for this game to come out. One shot here. Nice. 19 years for cross bombs. Listen, I cannot be convinced that cross bombs aren't a glitch in the code, alright? Based on how they work, or don't work, I don't think they're intended. I really don't. Alright, so Arkandy heading up towards Golzuna, not opting for the cool man speed keep, just taking the ever efficient spark up. And we'll be attempting not a crazy 8, just going for the flash count kill. You can count the flashes on the X. I believe it's 5 or 6 flashes. And going to be getting a 4 spark on Golzuna, no problem. Very clean from Arkandy. Even getting the quick spark on the core. And that, just like that, Arkandy has the world's coolest upgrade, the cross bombs. Ed on his way to the Berenia 2 climb, going to have to take the missile because he is not leaving. And going to be bomb jumping up to the Berenia robos, but having a little bit of issues with his initial jump. Getting through now, going to be charge beaming the Robo and pelting them both with some green beam. Alrighty, so Arkandy heading towards Hanubia here, while Ed is entering green TP, going to be heading towards Golzuna as well. Let's see if Ed can clean it up just as well as Arkandy did. We're hoping for a 4-spark, knock on wood. Alright, not taking the Ice Missile on the Claw, instead just deboosting his way down. Arkandy is going to be... Ooh, okay. Let's see if he gets the no Caterpillar on the door. He does. So, if you might have noticed, he jumped before he did the grapple pseudo. That is because if you allow the... yes, Turbo is allowed at a 12 hertz limit. So any controller that has a 12 hertz beam threshold you can use. However, you are not allowed to missile weave while using Turbo. So you're going to be seeing Arkandy interspersing missiles with his beam shots. That is everything he's doing manually. Whereas Ed will be... Uh-oh. I've cursed Ed's Golzuna. I'm sorry, Ed. That's like the fourth commentator's curse. I'm so sorry. Alright, going to be Charlie and Golzuna, and ooh, unfortunately taking a death to the little cross bomb that he poops out. In other news, Arkandy is in Ferenia, going to be speeding past the purple Emmy really quick. Purple Emmy's not even there. He does hit the full connection, but drops it for some reason, I guess, just by accident. Alright, so let's see if he can clean this up with a 4-spark. And he does get it this time. Unfortunately, not the first try, but in this situation, it's the best you can ask for sure. Gets the quick spark on the core, and we'll be collecting everyone's least favorite item, Cross Bomb. Alright, so Arkandy fighting SQ, who I'm convinced is actually just a cutscene. Yeah, just a little trampoline. Ooh, unfortunately, not quite getting the 1 cycle, but does 2 cycle it super quickly. While Ed heads back to Hanubia. Wow, that was really, really close. So, using cross bombs, missiles, and charge shots, you can theoretically 1 cycle the 4X for SQ. It's just extremely hard, and if you miss it, you get a free 2 cycle. Oh, accidentally getting trolled by the switch. Arkandy's gonna have to take another volley of storm missiles there, but gets a refill from those bugs. Alright, very nice. Getting the next one, no problem. Alright, going to be getting to the top platform, but the gray Robo is going to have other places to go, so it is not going to be dying quite at the same time, but still dies extremely quickly. Alright, let's see if Ed also got the correct manipulation. He did. Very, very good. Not going to be needing to kill any caterpillars today. Alright, so Ark going to be heading towards the purple Emmy fight. Unfortunately, no space jump, so you can't just freely go up there. You make do with spin boost, because you really don't need space jump if you get spin boost. You really only ever get one or the other in run. Alrighty, so Ed going to be making his way through Ferenia towards SQ and the purple Emmy. And Arkandy is going to be attempting a purple Emmy plant kill here. definitely can be a tough kill. Okay, both runners getting good first Emmy zone RNG here, which is definitely what you like to see. Nice ledge to ledge there from Ed, very clean movement, and good grapple up. This should allow him to avoid the purple Emmy, and Arkandy is going to be blasting that purple Emmy in the face. He looks like he missed maybe 2 shots, so he should be set. Here, he may not get a true plant, but he's absolutely going to get a jump over. Okay, so he gets a slide under plant kill. Definitely a very solid showing from Arkandy here. Ed getting trolled by the door a little bit, maybe. 2, 3. Alright, going to be bouncing on, and that's potentially a 2-cycle. Unfortunately, don't have Ed's audio on right now, and that is a 2-cycle on the Core X. So, Candy going to be picking up the Wave Beam while Ed grabs Storm Missiles. A very, very cozy lead from Arkandy. It would take a true disaster for him to lose this race at this point. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but hey, it's the truth. Alright, Ed going for the nice little speed keep here. It looks really cool. Oh, unfortunately not quite clearing the ledge, but is going to get up very, very quickly anyway. Ed, known speed boost enjoyer, definitely loves the upgrade very, very much. Is very into having optimal speed boosting. I like the interspersed storm missile there to speed up this kill, and going to be kind of shambling the Ferenia robots, no problem. Unfortunately, not clearing the ledge quite like Arkandy did on the way out, but is going to be heading towards the purple enemy as well. Arkandy and Hanubia here going to be approaching the orange Emmy, not quite getting... Ooh, actually, just kidding. Getting the full movement there in order to get through that room as quickly as possible. Ooh, unfortunately missing a Storm Missile target, so both runners getting trolled by Storm Missiles a little bit here. And Arkandy is going to be weaving and Storm Missling his way through. Alright, very good from Arkandy. Not even opting for the Storm Missiles, just going to go straight into the weaving. Wave Beam and Ice Missiles are a very, very deadly combo of combat items. Ed going to boop the Wave Sew real quick. And it is now done for Ed, going to be going for plant kill as well. Hopefully can go quite as smooth as Arkandy's. Alright, so Ed demonstrating the patented technique of drop 4 bombs to get a guaranteed cross bomb there real quick. That is his way to beat the cross bomb bad juju. Arkandy escaping the 30 minutes of cutscenes that come with power bombs, while Ed is working on that purple Emmy kill. He may have to jump over here. Okay. So going to be getting a slide under just like Arkandy as well. So great showing from both runners on purple Emmy. That is not easy by any means. Ooh, okay, very nice. Gonna grab that ledge and get the flash shift spin boost over. Very nice from Arkandy. He still has a power bomb left, so he's going to be able to hit Penthouse Keep and then just be done. Interesting choice. Going for the early store so you can just go ahead and go. Definitely a good choice from Arkandy. And Arkandy's going to be fighting the Elite Soldier while Ed comes out of Wave Emmy Arena. Alright, nice Storm Missiles and nice mashing, and we should just be seeing some more good old-fashioned mash while Ed speeds his way through. Very, very nice. We love to see it. Both runners doing their respective items very, very quickly. Not quite getting the flash chain up to the elevator, but that's okay. So, Arkandy, finishing out Hanubia, going to be heading into Eaterash to go say hello to our favorite bird dad. Ednolium, still a 2 soldier fights and some cutscenes behind, unfortunately. Alright, so Ed is also not quite, or actually, unfortunately, not quite going to be hitting that movement to get up to the ledge first try. But we'll be heading into the Red Soldier fight, world's laggiest boss fight, everyone's favorite. It just chunks frames. And Arkandy is going to be going for a speed keep here. Okay. Interesting, okay. And unfortunately hits the ceiling, is unable to spark through the gap. So going to take a slightly slower spark in order to make sure he's aligned. I would say this bird dad is not quite the best dad. He's honestly quite horrible. He may have to pay Samus some money for what he's done. He's been very unpresent. Alright, getting the second best RNG really for RB. Going to be going for a Stormlock kill here, so he gets the 1 lock and we'll be mashing it out. Gets the gold skip, and we'll be moving on to phase 2. We'll be seeing some, just straight damage. Get some good RNG with the Gatling gun. Let's see if he can get another one. Nope, going to be going for the horizontal wall splat. Arkandy not opting for the left wall manipulation that you would normally see in this fight. Just kind of powering through phase 2 instead. Alright, so Arkandy getting an early sun. Unfortunately, no melee to make things a little faster. And Gathered Power Bomb's going to be doing the same tech as Arkandy. Very, very nice. And he will be doing a Penthouse Keep real quick. Also having 1 Power Bomb left, so no problem. Very nice. Okay. Drops the Power Bomb, stores, and there we go. Arkandy already done with Ravenbeak. That was so fast. So, going to be finishing RB as Ed heads into Elite Soldier here. It looks like Arkandy's tracking for a high 117 or a low 118. Actually, no. Maybe like a mid 117, actually. We'll see how his escape goes. I'm sure we'll be seeing an attempt at the Spin Boost Arc Spark, patented by Arkandy himself. Originally, only thought possible with Space Jump, but is doable with Spin Boost. It's really stupid and really hard, but Arkandy is kind of that guy, so let's see if he goes for it. Alright, quick spark up. Arkandy is fresh into escape here. Very, very nice. Going to be blasting his way through, as one might expect, while Ed goes up to visit Bird Dad. Alright, Crossbomb's going to be treating Arkandy correctly here, and the Power Bomb is going to clear out the remaining bomb blocks for him. Alright, good stuff from Arkandy so far. Really clean looking escape. Let's see if he's going to be going for any kind of Arc Spark here. Looks like he is. So he gets the store. Alright, very good. And nails it? Ooh, no, unfortunately not missing that last wall jump. But almost had it completely, which is really, really good. Getting that connection is really, really tough. Ed opting for a cross bomb into a spin boost to get up to the top there. Arc, unfortunately, not going to be connecting on the speed keep through escape quite like he wants to, but will be cleaning up at a 1:16:56 here. I way overestimated how long RBX takes. That is a finish from Arkandy. On the other side, we're going to be seeing Ed cleaning up Ravenbeak. Just going in and punching him in the face. So that's going to be a GG here. Good stuff to Arkandy for a keeping it strong through the race. I'm sure it wasn't quite the run he wanted. I see his timer is in the red, but we will get to it in the interview. Ed opting for the classic left wall manipulation to get more Gatling, so you can kind of just pelt Ravenbeak without thinking. Going to get through phase 2 pretty quick, all things considered. And going to have to Void Cross his way through phase 3. Does not quite get the early melee like you might want, but will be blasting Ravenbeak with those ice missiles. Unfortunately, getting another Sun. Definitely not great RNG for Ed. However, it will keep him maxed out on resources. Okay, opting for the counter cutscene here. Let's see if he dies after the counter, because if he does, that means this probably wasn't worth it. Okay, so maybe he's slowing himself down a little bit there with the counter cutscene, but does get through phase 3. And going to be fighting our dear friend RBX. You know, RBX is something. RBX, well, you know, in APNMG he is our friend. You don't really have to do much. In UR, that's a different story. But we're not here for that. We're here for some nice consistent AB NMG RBX, where you just hold a button, you give him some watermelon beam, or maybe some black cherry beam, you know, depending on what you believe, you know, it's up to you. You know, I'm a black cherry believer myself. And then he doesn't like it, so he disappears. Alright, Ed getting the store here, going to be sparking up, and then dropping a power bomb. Very good stuff so far. Clean movement through escape. Alright, nice dash melees, and going to be dropping down towards Arc Spark. I do not believe Ed goes for it. I know some folks go for a mini version of it. Ooh, okay, I see a speed charge, but no dice from Ed here, so just going to be taking the spin boost up, dash melee, and going through here to skip the Spark cutscene. And breaking the hyper door. Let's see if Ed can nail this speed keep here. Unfortunately, does not peek over the ledge. Going to go for it again because Ed is a real one. Ooh, okay, let's see. He's going for a third time. Let's see how he does. Okay, gets the connection. And is going to be able to spark out. Good stuff to Ed. That is a second place finish in this race. GG's to both runners. It was a pleasure to commentate, and we will be getting over to the interview once both runners are in chat. So Ed finishing out at a 1:20.46, about 4 minutes behind Arkandy. Maybe not quite the race that he wanted to have, but let's get them in here so we can talk about it.
Hello.
Gentlemen, how we doing tonight?
Hey.
Bruh.
Bruh.
All I got for that run.
Hey, man. We all have those runs sometimes.
I wanted to actually give a good race for Arkandy, but that did not happen.
The monkey's paw sometimes curls.
It curled several times. How about that Golzuna?
Oh, hey man, you got a 4 spark on the second try. Let's focus on the positives.
Try. Woo-hoo.
Let's go.
I saw one highlight that I'd like to mention here before we get into the interview. Both of you hit Berenia True Link. I know, Ed, technically you dropped it after the fan, but I'm counting it. I'm counting it.
Did you hit the fan, Arkandy?
No, I actually went the bottom route. I went through the little gap where you have the grapple block. Yeah, I usually do the link there, but my mind went elsewhere, so I did it differently. Yeah.
The moment took you.
Yeah.
Yeah. it definitely can happen if you're not, if you're not careful. But you hit the hard part of the true link, so I'm counting it.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever see two runners hit it in the same race ever again. So I just wanted to mark this moment.
I'm so glad that we both hit it because like I go for it every single time because it feels great to hit and like.
Yeah, I go for it for the same reason. I've seen some comparisons a long time ago that sure, flash hits are better, yada yada, but this is cool, right? So
it's way cooler.
Way cooler. It's not even close.
It's way cooler.
And you get to finish with a morb. Like what more can you ask for?
I also like the distance better, like at the grapple door, because like you're at the grapple door, right? And then you pull the grapple door open, and then you can melee through and then flash once and respin, and you're past the edge, so you can just pivot past the ledge. So I like where it ends you as well. I think that's better.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
But either way, I wanted to mark that, great way for it. I'm counting that as y'all's celebration of Dread's anniversary today. You had to pull up,
Had to.
But moving on from that, how are we feeling about this run? I know, Ed, you kind of gave a little bit of comments initially, so I'll start with Arkandy here.
The run was all right. I ended up 3 seconds behind my PB, so I did not PB. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
That's still a really strong run, though. 3 seconds behind PB is nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, only at the end. I was majority of the run was like 30 seconds behind. Only at the very end, I golded the SQ segment. I got a 1 cycle. Got some nice boosts there. It was a good segment. That's where I actually pulled ahead for the first time in this run, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Love to hear it. I know you also got a headlock at the start, so you were gaming.
A little bit.
Oh, you did get a headlock. That's what I thought. I was looking over after I finished Corpius, and I was like, "Oh snap! Did he get a headlock?"
True.
It's pretty nice.
I got a headlock.
It's pretty
in a
nice.
race. That's rare.
Headlock in a race is kind of the dream, honestly. You're just like, all right, I can just chill until Cataris now.
Yeah, I think the headlock played a big part in my decent-ish Artaria pace.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I guess, Ed, if you have any other comments you want to make about your race,
bro, there's so many. Number one, during the white Emmy fight, all of my back pedals unbound themselves and my turbo turned off.
Excellent. Love to hear controllers working.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I was able to recover and not die, which was cool. Yeah. And I was ahead until Spider Magnet. And then that happened.
Wow.
Lost a minute on Cataris. Mm-hmm. Had a gold though on Morph. Between Wide Beam and Morph. Had a gold between Flash Shift and Speed Booster as well.
Okay.
So like that's cool, but that run was a bit of a cluster truck for me. Like there were too many deaths, and like there were deaths. Yeah. I'll just leave it there. Like
yeah, I can certainly understand.
Like I genuinely thought I was not even gonna get gold split or gold skip on RB. That's how I felt about that run. It was just it was really bad.
I do appreciate you going back to go for the last room escape speed keep twice.
Bro, I couldn't end the run without that. I couldn't go out like that. I was like, I saw that arc had finished. I saw all. I was like, I'm going back for it. I can't do it. I can't not do it.
Mm-hmm.
Bothered me.
I can totally understand that.
I also did a retry or two in Frozen Artaria. I try to do this silly short boost, and I never get it first try. I haven't golded this segment because I can never get that first try. It's so annoying, dude.
That short boost sucks. I don't do it. I've started just doing the store above, like after the Atom Room, and then falling down, flashing right, sliding under, meleeing, and then sparking straight up and doing like the left side climb. But I keep getting scammed by spin boost.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah, I've stopped doing the fun version of Frozen Artaria, and I've started doing the fast version.
That's
Yeah,
truly
and I
tragic.
need to do some comparison as well. Like that short boost in terms of light is actually one of the easy ones, one of the easier ones. Let's go with that. It's still kind of hard to
Yeah.
do,
It's still a
but
short
like,
boost.
yeah,
I think the
and
real
it's
twist in it is that it's a short boost to the left instead of to the right.
Yeah,
So
right.
most of the important ones are to the right.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I still haven't worked out optimal movement in there.
Mhm.
There are some options. I don't
I
know.
think people need to time the spark bounce that I do at the end because the spark
Dude.
bounce is cool and I love spark bounces.
I was not ready for that. I did not know what you were doing when you ball sparked, and I was like, "What is this?"
Yep,
And then you
I've
spark
just started
bounced, and I was
doing
like,
that.
"What?"
I
I was
actually
so
got so I got too much height on that spark bounce and wasn't able to get the quick rise off the ledge. I was so mad. I was like, I've never done that before.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard the DuckTales like space noise in my head as
Yep.
you floated up towards the ceiling. I was like, "Oh my god, wow.
Just on
You
the
flew."
moon, dude.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, that was a nice little like I was so taken aback. I forgot what the name of spark bouncing was.
That sounds right.
Yep. All right, cool. I believe Arkandy, you're going to be playing Delusional Prince in the next round of bracket. I believe that is
Yep.
what your future holds. So that'll be a fun race.
Looking
And
forward
then,
to it.
yeah,
That'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited for it.
I know Prince has improved a lot since he started running old bosses, so
Mhm.
gotta watch out for him.
Yeah,
man.
Delusional's pretty beastly.
He's a killer.
Gonna give you some run for your money.
Mm-hmm.
Not like me, this is a freebie.
All right, let's not discount yourself too bad. You did get fifth place here in this bracket, which is a great finish for you.
True.
Beating your
I'm not
seed,
upset.
nonetheless.
Yeah, beat my seed, I'm a happy camper.
I don't remember exactly what you were seeded, but I think you might have beat your seed by 2 spots.
Yeah.
Let me go-
I beat it by quite a bit.
Let's see here. Let's look at this old bracket. Yeah, you're in 11th. You are currently the 11th seed. So you beat your seed by two placements, which is quite nice.
Yeah, not mad at it.
But definitely a great showing. I enjoyed commentating this race. I know we're all friends, so that makes it a lot better.
Absolutely.
So I guess looking forward and coming out of the race, what can people expect from you in terms of streaming, runs, categories? What's the future hold for you?
Well, I've basically been eyeballs deep in Mortal Kombat 1 lately because fighting games are fun and I like Mortal Kombat a lot. But I want to learn UR at some point because UR seems fun, but I also really want to get a proper time on 100% NMG with the early screw ledge warp route, also known as cringe route.
Definitely 2 noble causes. Now's a great time to get into UR with a lot of the really annoying stuff kind of getting
That's the thing.
out.
I feel like I kind of want to wait for UR to settle a little bit because the developments over the past couple weeks have been insane.
Yeah, multi-file is kind of wild. Single file has basically just become less annoying.
Yeah.
Whereas multi-file is just like crazy.
Yeah, if you want to lose your sanity, run multi-file. If you want to keep it, go single file, definitely.
Dude,
single file it is.
I'm having so much fun running single file right now. It's great. I love it. So highly recommend it to anyone out there who's interested in running unrestricted.
The clip tech has been made so easy now that anyone can do it. There's hardly any risks. I mean, if you do it properly, there's hardly any risks. The only thing that's not so good about the category is RBX, sequence broken RBX. It's the only thing. Anything else is pretty manageable.
Yeah, I think PB clip can be a little tricky with the robot spawns, but I mean, once you learn to do it quickly, it's not too bad. Cool. So, good stuff coming out from Ed in the future for sure. Looking forward to seeing you smash your 100% NMG PB on cringe route and also dive into UR. I know that's something that you've talked about for a little bit. So cool.
Yeah.
Any
other final words from you, Arkandy? I saw you were doing some interesting stuff before the race. So
yes, well, I can explain. All right, so I was doing a meme run of all bosses unrestricted, where instead of just going for all bosses immediately, I was trying to get as few upgrades as I possibly could, and then go and beat Ravenbeak and do escape, but leave Hanubia with Skew and basically steal the Metroid suit out of the escape, and then do all the bosses with Hyper Beam.
That's so cool.
It was starting to get fun, but it's kind of rough because you do lose some of the abilities like Grapple Beam, and so it makes some parts of the route a bit weird. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't lose Skew again.
Yeah. If
if
I
you
do,
lose Skew
I'll
again,
have to
you're
get
shot,
from
right?
another file. Yeah. I can't really
that's-
get it again. But there's actually a fun thing. I did not get Flash Shift, so when I picked up Flash Shift, it gave me Flash Shift, but with no cooldown, so I could Flash Shift infinite times. That was fun.
Wait,
Oh.
what?
You can just rando flash shift?
Wow.
That's
Man,
really
that
cool.
was so cool.
I think it lasts until you reset the checkpoint. The game is really weird. Like you gain the ability, but then when you reset the checkpoint or transition area, I think you just lose it. So
Yeah. If you want to
That's
know
really
more about
interesting.
Metroid Suit BS in terms of what it gives and what it takes and how it works, I know Metroid Fan has done some research for it for Plandos. So
this is the first time I messed around with it, so I might ask some stuff.
it's wild, man. But yeah, I would say if you want to know about that, ask him. But okay, cool. I guess we don't want to dwell on the interview for too long. So great run, great race, guys. I really appreciated the runs you put forward and the opportunity to commentate, even with the reschedule. But yeah, hopefully, Arkandy, good luck with the rest of your bracket, and good luck with your future runs and your Mortal Kombat.
Thanks.
We'll be wrapping it up here, so I hope everyone has a good evening, and of course, we'll see you next mission.